We're back. TrapCon Beats.
Welcome back, bros, to another video review. And after a long hibernation for myself doing Transformer and all video reviews, I am back to bring you another Transformer video review. And today I have the opportunity to take a look at the Newage, the Legendary Heroes, number 42, Spy Shean, and we all know him as Mirage. So now let's take a look at the contents. But before we get there, guys, I just had to give you a little justification for me picking this up at TFCon 2024 in Baltimore. Now, the reason why I did that is because I was actually upset when Hasbro announced that they would no longer give us core class figures. Now, for kids, I think that's an affordable price. For $10, you get a core class figure, and it's pocket size. You could take it on the go and not have to worry about carrying a bunch of stuff like a deluxe class figure would do. But anyway, basically, I think they was on to something good. They were making the Autobots, the Decepticons, and they scale well to our Titan class figures. I think they should continue that. Hopefully they do somehow, and like some box sets would be nice to give us the remaining of the Autobots and the remaining of the Decepticons would be nice. So anyway, guys, let's continue the review. And basically what you see before you are the contents inside of the packaging for the Newage Legendary Heroes Spy Shean. Basically, he comes with the figure himself, who comes transformed in his alt mode. But for the purposes of my video review, I always start with robot mode. And then he comes with his blaster and also an additional missile, or a G1 missile if you would like to have him in his more toy form. You could definitely do that also. Let's go, bros. Here we are zoomed in to take a closer look at the details on this figure from Newage. Right off the bat, guys, the head sculpt is impressive. It looks just like Mirage out the cartoon in toy form, and this third-party company nailed it. Now, looking at the figure as a whole, it has the correct color scheme of Mirage. I'm not hating on it because it looks beautiful. If you don't think so, go recheck your optics looking at the cartoon for Mirage and the Transformers G1 cartoon series. Now, when it comes to the look of this figure, oh my gosh, guys, when you get it into vehicle mode, it definitely has total nostalgia of the G1 toy Mirage that came out in the 1980s. Now, I'm going to be fair, guys. I am in my upper 30s. I did not get this figure as a kid. When I popped onto the earth, Transformers had been out 3 or 4 years as I hadn't existed yet. But anyway, I did start getting them when I started getting in the 90s. So this is one that I guess I missed out on that I wish I had. But Newage is just bringing back all the good vibes of all the Transformer G1 goodness. So just continuing the details on this figure. Sorry for rambling so much. It has the 26 citanes on the side, but instead it spells it a different way. So other than that, it looks good. I have no complaints because this is a legend slash core class size figure. And I'm thoroughly satisfied by what Newage has given us in the character rendition of Mirage. So next, let's take a look at the articulation on this pretty cool figure. So right off the bat, guys, as you see, the arms does bend 90 degrees right here. It hinges all the way out right here to this high. So that's a good, a shoulder raise right there. If you want the arm or the hand, does bend in like this, and that's because of transformation. Hopefully you can see that. I know I got a black background. And then let's go ahead and check out the face. Move the missile launcher out the way. It rotates left and right, no issues. So I like that. Not only that, it rocks. You can rock it. So I think they did a good job on the head sculpting right here and also the articulation on the head. If you want, you can open these up, if you want to have them more, I don't know, that armor-like Mirage, you can. It's not a big deal for me. The most important thing, look at that, guys. We have a waist swivel. That is impressive for such a small toy. Not only that, we have the upper thigh swivel, as you can see. We have a knee bend of 90 degrees, perfect bend knee, as you can see. Now for the foot right here, it does swivel, so you can have it in these more dynamic poses if you would like. You could do that. So now you got Mirage spread out with the spread out legs. There is really no more toe articulation besides just because of transformation. You can bend it down if you want, but it won't go up. But other than that, man, for a figure this small, we get a good amount of articulation, and I can't complain because it's actually pretty good, and the figure's just awesome itself, guys. So if you're new to my channel, this is my favorite part of the video review. Bring on the comparisons, man. So here we are right here, and right off the bat for comparisons, I get so excited about this, guys, because that's what I like to see on video Transformer reviews. I want to see what I'm getting. How does it compare with the figures I already got? So here we go with the first one. Let's go ahead and bring in a Target Master. So here we have Night Stick, the Target Master, compared to the Newage Mirage figure. I do like the height, but of course, you know, the Target Master will not fit in Mirage's hands, as you already know. So let's bring on the next one. Let's go ahead and get the Mini Con that came with the Guardian Omega Supreme, the white and blue version. As you see right here, he is a little bit taller, and the Newage figure still stands supreme. So let me go ahead and bring in the next figure. We have a core class that we all know and have. We have at least some type of version of them. Here we have the core class Optimus Prime. Now, when looking at Optimus Prime and Mirage, I think he scales perfectly. And that is a core class figure, which we will no longer receive, and which is very frustrating in my opinion. I think Hasbro, you need to at least get these out in box sets like you did with the Dino King, but get the rest of the Autobots and the rest of the Decepticons. And now after that gibberish, for the final comparison of this size, here we have the Deluxe Class Earthrise 2-pack Mirage. And as you see right here, we have the similarities right here from Newage and also compared to the Hasbro version. They look very good. They definitely represent G1 Transformer Mirage. So here we are for the money shot, guys. I have all of the Hasbro release figures here before you. As you can see, these are official release figures that we all should have in our collection or had in our collection at some point. Now, it kind of bugs me a little bit that Hasbro skipped to the Dinobots and didn't even give us a Wheeljack in this size. You cannot give us the Dinobots without the creator of the Dinobots Wheeljack. So I don't know, but I'm considering looking at Newage. But Hasbro, give us a core class Autobots Unites 5-pack or something for the core class figures. Fill out our Autobots. I mean, even if it's exclusive, it's still going to be good and it's going to sell because these figures scale with our Titan class figures. You've given us the Ark, you give us Nemesis, you've given us Metroplex, you've given us Fortress Maximus, Scorponok, and so on. Give us the figures to accessorize these play sets and reenact our favorite battles from the G1 cartoon series. So you're on to something. Just don't give up because you think it's not selling. Put better characters in the core class wave that people want to get. For instance, Jazz, Mirage, you know, or just some figures to name a few. Sideswipe, Sunstreaker. You start putting these dominant characters out there, Reflector, or you put in there like Blitzwing or Astro Train and these scale figures. That's how you start to secure your fans back again and start to cripple the third-party class companies. But you're not going to do that, so I don't know why I even said all that. But anyway, let's continue the review and get to the transformation. So, all right, bros, let's go ahead and just transform this figure. I'm going to try to voice all the steps right here so that you don't have to get lost, I guess, with just watching. You can also hear it. So basically, let's take all the accessories off, and basically what we're going to do first is switch out the G1 toy missile launcher to the more cartoon accurate missile that launches out of his shoulder cannon. Pop that in because you're going to need that for transformation. You're going to take away his extra accessories I gave him, so his gun and then the little Energon cube that doesn't come with him. basically, just to get it out of the way, just fold the hands about at a 90-degree angle. Fold them inward, just get them out the way. Now, next let's go to the feet, because the feet is where you're gonna get all the fun and the action from. So basically, let's go ahead and rotate his waist this way, so you have this up front. So let's go ahead and pop the wheels over for both legs. And then what you're gonna do is, I'm gonna just move this one out the way so you can see. Fold it down, move it out, and you'll be left with something like this. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold it again amongst this elf, fold the foot down first, and then now it's gonna sit flush like this. So what you're gonna do now is rotate the foot to lock it in position, just like this. Once it's locked in, it's gonna sit flush and the foot holds it from moving right there. Hopefully you can see that. Repeat the same process on this leg. So take this leg right here, move the tire out the way, fold this down, move it like this, and then rotate it amongst itself right here. Put the foot down, rotate the foot so that it locks in just like this. So now you have both sides together. This is what you're left with. Now what you want to do now is pull the hips down, because the hips are on like this funny wonky ball joint right here. So you're going to be left with this, his legs down here. Then what I suggest you doing now, let's go ahead and tuck in the missile launcher so that it will accordion in when it's time to do that. And then let's go ahead, unhook his chest region right here, fold it up. And the reason why I'm saying do this now, because you can't tuck all this in until you fold the head up, period. So let's go ahead and, whoops, gotta rotate this back. Pull this piece out first, rotate the hips, untuck the chest, and it's gonna go all the way up like this. So this is what you're left with, guys. So now you can go ahead and bring this piece in just to get this out the way to form the back of the cockpit for his alt mode. Now go ahead and start bringing stuff out. Let's go ahead and fold out his bumper just to get it out the way. And then also the tires too. Let's get that out the way. We will finish the tires up in a few minutes. Let's go ahead and get the shoulders pulled down. So the shoulders fit in just like this. As you see, with pulling the hips down, it makes that cavity for the arms to go into. So that's what we want. And then you want to do the same thing with this arm right here. Well, keep the fist in because mine just turned out. Okay, and this is what we want. This is what we want right here, guys. You can actually flip down the wheels if you really want to, just to get them done. And that's out the way right there. Now let's turn our attention back to the legs. This is the cool part. Kind of reminds me of what the G1 Mirage would do for the G1 toy. So basically what you're gonna do is take one of the legs right here. You're gonna pop this piece forward like this. When you pull this forward, it starts to pull the knee down. So as a heads up, you'll see it start to auto transform. And then it pegs in on the forearms just like that. But before we get there, make sure you pop this little piece out for the forearms, because it's gonna help secure or take away the gaps in, I got fat fingers, guys, so bear with me. It's gonna take away the gaps in his alt mode. So basically do the same thing right here on this one. I'm sorry it's taking me so long, guys. This is not my first time doing it. I've transformed it multiple times. It's just trying to articulate before doing the actual steps, which takes a little longer. So basically do the same thing with this leg. Accordion this piece up. It tabs into the forearm just like that. You're left with this. Fold up the wheels. And now give everything a tight little squeeze. The spoiler, the engine block, and now squeeze the feet together so that they are flush. And now here we have Newage Shean number 42, completely transformed. So now that he is transformed into his alt mode, this is what we get. And this figure is gorgeous. Just take a look at how this figure looks. It looks just very similar to the G1 figure, if not even better, in my opinion. Yes, I never had it, but I've seen pictures of it. Just look at the chrome die-cast grill right here. That looks beautiful. We get the nice blue. We get the Citanes 26 on the side. Now the feet right here remind you of the back of the vehicle. Maybe a back bumper. I don't mind it too much because it's chromed out and die-cast. You got the engine block right there. You got the cockpit right here. You got some exhaust, what do you call those? Exhaust vents right here. It just looks good, man. The pins and the tires remind me of rims. And then on the underneath, you get a little bit of the robot kibble right here with the legs. But it blends in very good, so it's not really noticeable because it just looks like under vehicle, I guess you could say, parts that make up the vehicle. So yes, this figure turned out very good. And I like what Newage has done with this Legend / Core class size for Mirage. For my first comparison, here we have Deluxe class Mirage right here from the Earthrise series with the Newage figure right here. As you can see, they are vastly different sizes. And I must say, this one costs more than this one. But overall, they look good. They both represent Mirage, the character. So I don't have any complaints right there. Like I was saying, the Autobot symbol is missing right here, which I can fix with a sticker when I get one or when I find it. Other than that, I mean, I can't complain, guys. I mean, who doesn't want a Mirage Core class figures to scale well with your Titan class figures? And here we are for my next comparison. Here we have Newage Spy Shean right here with all of the Hasbro release core class figures. And as you can see right here in his alt mode, I don't know if that's so-called accurate, but I know for sure this race car should not be as long as Prime's trailer. Now, I do think Hasbro should have made this trailer a little longer to scale well with Optimus Prime. It obviously is not. It's a little too squat for me. It should be probably about right here where Bumblebee is to make it the correct fit in my opinion. But when compared to like Ratchet, I think he looks spot on, you know, because Ratchet is just a van. We know the race car, this type of version of the race car is definitely longer. When compared to Bumblebee, we just know Bumblebee is just completely out of scale with Mirage. Yeah, of course, this would be way smaller and not as tall off the ground. But just for the general purpose of these characters, I like the way it looks. You can also add Ironhide in here, which is exactly the same as Ratchet. So here we have all the Autobots in here. And then just to kicks and giggles, here it is compared with the Minicon that came with Omega Supreme. So yes, this is what you get with the Newage Core Class Mirage figure. So let's go ahead and wrap up this video review. So right off the bat, guys, I've been rambling on and on about this figure. Hopefully you enjoyed the review and that you understand how passionate and how I thoroughly enjoy and I am satisfied with this Newage Spy Shean number 42, which is, as we know, Mirage. This figure is jam-packed with tons of articulation, represents the G1 cartoon lookalike, and also has that G1 Citanes F1 race car body style. And it looks good, and it's fun to play with, and it scales well with your other Hasbro main release Autobots. So if you're interested in picking up a copy of this, I got my copy at TFCon 24, where I know you're unable to pick that up, and I got it from the Chosen Prime. With that being said, TF Source has this figure on pre-order, estimated to release sometime this month. If you're interested in picking up a copy, I suggest you go on over there to pick it up while they get the restock of this figure, which is pretty cool in my opinion. So the link will be down below if you're interested in picking up a copy for this. As always, guys, thank you for joining my channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It helps my channel continue to grow. And not only that, it also provides positive feedback as a YouTube content creator.
And thank you once again for spending your time watching my video. Until next time, yeah, bro, I'll see you soon.